Everybody, welcome back into the channel once again for our Road to the Future franchise with Walking Visions. As you guys might have suspected, it was going to end up boiling down to a playoff matchup between I and the Steelers, who is Walking Visions here. He ended up winning his wildcard game, getting revenge against the Texans, who defeated him in the wildcard last year, and he's going to come to Cincinnati for the divisional round here of the playoffs. Now, I want to do a little bit of a season recap up to this point, give you guys an idea of where the team stands, stats-wise and everything, who could be winning awards and whatnot, and before we get into the game, because he is going to the bathroom at the moment, and once he's back, we'll jump into the game. So, our offensive line has progressed quite nicely up front. Ragno, with confidence, is up to a 90 at guard. Billy Price up to an 83 with confidence. Jenkins, 84. Williams, 88. So we're going to be leaning on them a lot in this game. Tight end wise, Foster Moreau, is up to a 79, but 81 with confidence. So doing a lot of work with the tight end there. He had 1,000 yards as a tight end. Ryan Switzer eclipsed the wide receiving mark that nobody has ever achieved before. He's the first receiver in NFL history to reach 2,000 yards. And I know that's unrealistic, but that's the only record that we've broken so far this season. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards. Obviously, Joe Mixon up to superstar. If you guys have seen my previous episodes, Tyler Boyd doing well for us. But a lot of injuries. John Ross was out for a while. Tyler Boyd was out for a while, and we had to survive through that stuff. We ended up finishing, I believe it was 13-3. On defense, Sam Hubbard is a superstar up to an 82. Good defensive line all around. Good linebackers all around. The rookies progressing nicely in the middle with Divinity Jr. and Dye. Delpit up to an 85 with confidence. Our corners are looking good. Our secondary is looking good. All around, I'm confident in how this team has developed so far, and we're going to be looking to put that to our advantage against Tyler, against Walking Visions here in this divisional playoff round. Let's go ahead and look at the stats and look at some of the awards and whatnot. So passing wise on the season for our team, Joe Burrow had 5,400 passing yards, and how that compares to the rest of the NFL, nobody else had anything close to that. 48 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, 71% completion with a 137.5 passer rating, which surpasses anybody in the entire league. So an absolute phenomenal fairy tale season for a rookie season for Joe Burrow. I'm sure that's some rookie records going on there. As of note, for the rushing yardage, rushing title, whatever you want to call it, Christian McCaffrey wins the rushing title, but Benny Snell for the Steelers came in 4th place. However, Benny Snell broke his finger in that last playoff game, in that wildcard game, so they're going to be rushing with James Conner and not the 4th leading rusher in the league coming into that game against us, which is an advantage for us. However, I do want to note that Joe Mixon did get up to over 1,000 yards by the end of the season finally for us, 13 touchdowns, ended up finishing with pretty good stats. Now, I don't like how much he fumbles the ball. Obviously, it only says that he fumbled once here, but that has to be incorrect because I know he's fumbled multiple times for me. We're debating on what we want to do with him next season, whether we hang on to him or not. You guys leave your comments down in the comment section below and let us know what you want me to do, because I also have a young running back that I like better than him, and we could move on from him. Here's the receiving yardage. Obviously, this is ridiculous, but we had to lean on Switzer all season long because of all the injuries. John Ross was out. Tyler Boyd was out for a long time, and the rookies just didn't, the backups and the rookies just didn't supplement us well enough. Foster Moreau, as you guys can see, did end up with 1,000 yards as the tight end, and then Juju and James Washington both had 1,000 yards for the Steelers, so really important to note there. Blocking wise, this one's important. Zach Banner led the league in sacks allowed, which means we have to find a solution at right tackle next season or in the offseason as we move forward. Reuben Foster led the league in tackles. Myles Garrett led the league in sacks, and then the Watt brothers came in 2nd and 3rd, and the younger Watt brother just beat out his older bro by a half a sack this season. And then also I wanted to note interception-wise. So we were wondering why Minkah Fitzpatrick wasn't going to win Defensive Back of the Year. Well, it turns out A.J. Boye somehow has 10 interceptions. I don't know how, but that's insane. 10 interceptions, that's almost an interception a game. Absolutely wild on that end of things. We'll go ahead and look at the stats real quick. The yearly awards, I mean. Joe Burrow is going to be the MVP. Coach of the Year is Scott Frost. And then we're going to go ahead and look at the AFC. Joe Burrow, obviously, if he wins MVP, he's going to get Offensive Player. Defensive Player goes to Myles Garrett, no surprise, but Troy Dye came in a close second. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Joe Burrow, not a surprise there, and Troy Dye, not a surprise there for Defensive Rookie. Best QB, Joe Burrow. Best Running Back goes to Benny Snell, also not a surprise with how well he did. Ryan Switzer, Best Receiver. No surprise there. Offensive line, there was a toss-up between a bunch of guys. Ragno did really well. DeCastro did well, but Quentin Nelson rose above the rest for the Colts and is going to win Best O-line. Best D-line, Myles Garrett. Could have been J.J. Watt, who also came close to the sack record, but Myles Garrett did break the sack record. Linebacker-wise, Troy Dye had a season to surpass them all as a rookie, and he is going to get Best Linebacker over top of T.J. Watt. Best defensive back got A.J. Boyd over top of Minkah Fitzpatrick. Those 10 interceptions, like I said, I have no clue how that happened, but that's just ridiculous. And the best kicker went to Austin Seibert. So that's your year-end recap. The AFC North finished up with the Bengals winning at 13-3. The Steelers finished out strong at 10-6, winning a lot of their games towards the end of the season. The Ravens and Browns slumped a little bit towards the end of the season and both finished 9-7, but with an opportunity to get into the playoffs, and they just kind of shot themselves in the foot. So that's how everything finished up. I'm ready to go in this game as long as Tyler is back and ready to go.
Let's get it.
All right. Are you clicking into it?
Yeah, you and your 6 offensive and defensive players of the year.
Yeah, man.
Insane.
Well, most of them...
Give me a second. I'm not changing anything. I'm making sure my uniform's back to normal.
Yeah, I was going to say, in his playoff game, it gave him like the half Bumblebee uniforms with the away jersey. It was really weird. I guess I also need to fix my
Wait, let me unready.
Okay.
That's the primary.
Yeah. So we're going orange jerseys. We should be good to go. Hopefully it does it correctly for us.
I'm hoping, Jake, that last time Steelers were here against Cincinnati, it turned into a thug bowl. Hopefully you have some discipline with your players this time around.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think this is a totally revamped Cincinnati team, so we'll see what happens.
And you still talking to Matt Miller. He says, don't mess this up at Bengals, bring Joe home.
Yeah. In the snow, your favorite. Actually, my favorite. Brings back memories of Jamal Charles. How many yards was that?
Yeah.
We beat you 102-37. For a berth in the AFC Championship game and probably a shot at a Super Bowl. Can Ben Roethlisberger do it in his age, 39 season?
38.
We'll see.
Oh my god, he's playing with a broken finger.
Is he really? Nice, Benny Snell. Oh, and they beat us deep on the first play. James Washington with his 90 speed somehow outruns Dante Jackson with his 97 speed.
He has 97 speed.
96 or not? Maybe it's 94, not 97.
95.
Pittsburgh comes out and
just
a dagger.
He's not. He is here to play.
You know, I had a safety deep on that side. Dante Jackson, or whoever it was.
You came out and run commit. You came out and run commit.
No, I just pressed up. Oh, there was a gap there for a second. D'Anthony not fast enough to hit that gap.
We're not even playing. We're not even going to try it. I will play sag-off defense all game if I have to. I will let you run all over me for the first time ever. I am not letting Switzer beat me over the middle.
Often alters the normal spacing and run fakes and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that's just Madden being Madden. No reason there. They gave me that route. Oh my god.
Dagger. Answer. Let's go. 7-7. Or, well, don't count my chickens before they hatch. Might have missed that. 7-7. Not even a minute into the game, guys. This is going to be a hell of a game.
Like that in college, where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game.
Doink.
First offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again.
Oh, he tries to get cute with it.
I don't know why nobody blocks there. That's that prep guy that screwed me in Pittsburgh multiple times.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
We're just not getting the blocking support early.
That time, and it's going to leave them with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Did it give you an option to play? What's his name?
No, he just played.
I mean, broken finger, you can play through that. Tape that shit up. You know?
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger.
And that's been Big Ben's problem all year.
Jesse Bates gonna take it to the house.
Ben wanted a rough in the passer call, but he doesn't get it. Been his problem towards the end of the season. Has been the bad throws.
The Bengals say, I'll take your Minka Fitzpatrick and raise you a Jesse Bates.
It's already starting. Big Ben has to pull it together. 1 touchdown, 1 hit, 2 passes.
Polar opposites. He threw a touchdown, though, on both of his first 2 drives. Just one to one team and one to the other team. Oh, that's my fault.
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to.
I would have never thought I would have Benny Snell.
No, I mean.
But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession.
Good bat. Can I get? Oh, I tried to get there. Didn't let me pick it off.
Possession caught that, and they still let you get there.
Because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. Under a heavy rush and down.
Villanueva got beat.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Yep.
That play was the very definition
nothing more, nothing less.
In a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
What a catch by Juju.
Short of the sticks.
Get it up past the 45. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
What's going on?
It's not letting me pick a play because it's doing the thing where the play just keeps rattling.
Try to pull your stick out.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas.
I should have caught. I don't know why I didn't let me catch that. I think I moved by accident.
Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air.
Good punt on Pittsburgh's end, all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Nixon with a 1st down carry. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll look to throw. He gets this in
I hit the wrong button. I thought I was on.
And he'll be brought down.
What's his name? Neckerman bad. Joe Hayden just throws himself to the ground there.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got a man, it's wrong.
Wow. Okay, can it stop switching me? That's great. You just got 8 more yards than what you should have because it switched me. Not only is that not bad off your like halfback and receiver's head, but that goes for a big gain.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Deep guy and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On first down.
Oh my God, that's on me.
And they've got it well across midfield down
That's
to the
on
40
me.
before it's all said and done. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it.
Joe Mixon breaking off some runs early here.
Look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional
But
blocking.
Hilaire just threw.
I was gonna say, I don't know what that was, but
There to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping,
And it's getting chippy on here early.
defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
throw that ball away.
They try to throw on second
Already
down.
Burns had that edge, and I had over the top on Switzer.
Yeah, I saw you had it covered.
New England upsets Buffalo and makes it to their 20th consecutive AFC Championship game.
He'll drop to throw. He'll find his
How do you get that? What?
Bengal first down on the
I've never seen someone be able to get out of that sideline animation.
I just pressed.
Until now.
I pressed rack catch, not.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard
I knew what I was getting myself into. Didn't think it was going to go like this because of the just the game of the game film. That's insane. That's insane. That you were the first person I've ever seen get out of that animation.
Yeah.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun.
I guess run middle and that still gets blown up.
Yeah, it was a soft defense.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
The Bengals going to take a 2-touchdown lead here, late into the first quarter. High-scoring game so far. Been through pick 6, looking to bounce back.
Wow. I wouldn't have hit stick if I thought you would have got the animation and stay on the sidelines. Like,
yeah.
You know, everyone always gets.
Not ready for their next drive. They're forced to play catch up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship.
Oh, Ben almost threw a second pick 6.
How does he get there? I threw that so early. He can't react that fast.
Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down, it's Snell. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
Ah. There we go, Dante Jackson able to catch up to him.
Convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set.
No, that looks like a Pittsburgh play. We may not have the live playbook, but that looked like a Pittsburgh play.
Because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum.
Bates just gets through the hole and blows out.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
What did Juju have to do with that play?
Probably be the last play of the quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I use a user block shed.
Not the point. Not the point whatsoever.
Hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
So that's gonna be the late penalty.
Didn't let you get the playoff.
Didn't let me do anything.
Will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Almost came down with that.
But I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but
That'll make it an 11-point game, 21-10. Beginning of the second quarter.
Inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
Hide behind your line.
No matter how you phrase it, staying on schedule,
just go
staying
right
ahead
past.
of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Mixon.
Unbelievable.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly
Unbelievable.
down. Give him a yard on the run.
Should have been blown up in the backfield for a loss of 6. Instead, it's get back to line of scrimmage.
Now back to throw. Able to find Switzer. And they get him
And
down,
that
but not before
just
he
worked.
takes it across the 40.
Running one way, throwing back off the body the other way.
It was a short throw.
In these playoffs. They'll run on first down. Nixon.
About time. Running in the back of the line didn't work.
Yeah, I suppose so.
About time.
It's Williams who made the tackle. Now he'll look to throw here on
Ah, catch that.
Was that to Switzer? Was that to...
Switzer, yeah, right. It was Switzer.
I
That time it fell incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Got him.
John Ross left uncovered. Touchdown.
Of course. Cincinnati score. John Ross, 57 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Why am I on this?
Elliott good with a
Nobody.
PAT.
I have somebody on it. Nobody wants to cover.
They see that 97 speed and they're like, nah, bro, I'm out.
This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good
I've one
field
guy to
position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
One guy to beat.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
That crack guy has, what, 90 speed, I'm guessing?
86, I think. It's not that good.
Than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness.
Okay, works against everyone else, but your team's apparently the best team ever. Ever. I mean...
I just blitzed 5 people.
And they just make every interception, right? Every interception. They get every interception.
You threw right to the yellow zone.
You had 2 people in the same zone. Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
I said that.
I dropped an extra linebacker in coverage.
for the completion, left side.
Get the ball. He's not good. Why does the tight end have a back plate?
And Joe Mixon's going to get his second touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals,
35-10, late into the second half. I really was expecting more of a battle at this point, but Big Ben throw 2 picks now.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground.
Benny Snell with the broken finger, only averaging, I think, 2 yards per carry here. Not looking great.
2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Oh, and I almost got another pick there. Good catch by Juju Smith-Schuster.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down. A quick throw complete.
Solid tackle in the backfield by Bates.
Play win nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger trying to lay one up deep. And that will be in.
22, able to force an incompletion deep.
The long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that will be
Incomplete deep.
Well, they weren't scared to let it
I wouldn't be
fly.
surprised if Pittsburgh goes for it.
4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this.
They don't really have much of a choice at this point.
Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Roethlisberger will throw. Flushed out right.
Roethlisberger overthrows number 14. I don't know who that is. That's Kane, I think.
And the Bengals are going to get it back.
And it bounces right off my safety's leg,
So from the 36,
attempting to give it a user pick.
they'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets past one.
Oh, I tried to juke him out. Joe Mixon's just going to go backwards for a loss of like 10 yards.
Back at the 44. He lost 9
Not a positive outcome there, that's for sure.
for 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Mixon. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here.
Joe Mixon able to plow forward for a first down.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Oh, and we almost found Switzer open on the screenplay.
First down, but it winds up incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around.
Try to get John Ross in on the end around. Not going to do much for us.
And they'll stop him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And
Not able to get the possession catch off.
you can tell they were hoping
That'll
for
bring a 44-yard field goal attempt.
Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And
I think that's going to be a big-time miss. Yeah, he misses just left. I screwed up the timing on that one. Elliott's been rough for us all season. I think he's missed 5 or 6 field goals so far. Pittsburgh really needs a score here to get back into the game.
Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Now Roethlisberger. He'll
Delpit with a hit on Juju.
He had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He's going to launch it for Washington.
Ball launched up deep, completely inaccurate. Jackson's going to get it and return it for quite a few yards there before half.
That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Looking to probably just take this one to half with a 25-point lead and hope for the best. At halftime in a snowy Cincinnati, Ben Roethlisberger is struggling. We're looking for a necessary, really big bounce back from Ben here if they're hoping to have a shot at making it to an AFC Championship game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do.
And we'll see how they attack here.
I thought that was towards the receiver. I guess I'm not going to get that call.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Actually, yeah.
They'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to get him
Mixon with a solid pickup of 11. Takes us up to 4th and 5. We're going to go ahead and punt this one away. Mistake made on that. What's the name of that penalty? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. Intentional grounding. Sorry. WalkingVisions muted his mic just to focus, just so everybody knows that it is currently watching. Good tackle by the defense, only allowing 3 yards there.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
And I moved off of him at the last second. Pittsburgh is going hurry up at this point. Not rushing a lot of people. Gonna get a sack there. Looks like whoever the right tackle is just decided not to block on that play.
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. That's to his running back.
Bates able to get the tackle, prevent them from getting the first down on 4th down.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st down, Mixon.
Mixon is just tearing apart this Pittsburgh defense. I might have made the wrong call when I thought about trying to trade Mixon.
They'll run with Mixon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. But they get back in the huddle. He's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Mixon still chewing clock.
This might be a free play. And they'll lose.
We're going to get an offsides on that one. Take us down to the 4-yard line.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So it's still 1st try from a bit closer. And to give this time to the tailback.
We're going to catch the Pittsburgh defense in the middle of a switch and get 2 yards on that.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They're going to miss him again, but not able to pound it in the whole way.
He'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the second down...
Mixon goes backwards on that play. Good defensive stand by Pittsburgh. Going to force us into a field goal. But a lot of time eaten up off the clock. I don't know if Pittsburgh has a chance yet to come back. They haven't done much since the first quarter.
Old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
Oh, and Jackson read it perfectly. He's going to take that one back to the house. Ben Roethlisberger, I think it's time to retire. Big Ben. That's 2 pick sixes on the game. We missed the extra point, but we're going to get an extra attempt to go for it. That'll bring it up to a 35-point lead late into the third quarter. This game was looking good early, and then Big Ben just... Man. Big Ben just could not handle the pressure. By all accounts, a better Steelers team, too.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
Benny Snell finally finds his legs. That's his first positive rush, pretty much. I mean, like, actually positive rush this game.
You need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things, and I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used
Bates
to
went for a pick, wasn't able to get it.
and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger.
Ball gets batted down at the line of scrimmage. Big Ben can't even get the ball off.
Right side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just
And Pittsburgh has made the decision. They are moving on from Big Ben. It is official. And Doc Hodges is going to do it himself. Doc Hodges with 23 yards on his first play. I don't know why that decision wasn't made sooner. Doc Hodges bringing some life to this Pittsburgh offense. Another positive play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Doc Hodges looking to lead this team back some way, somehow. Needs to get some quick touchdowns. Doing a good job so far. Choosing when to run, picking his battles.
First down, here's Hodges. Washington's got it.
James Washington gonna make the catch, get him down to the 5-yard line.
A good pick up there at 22. From the gun, it's Hodges.
Ball thrown out of the back of the end zone. Can Duck Hodges do it? Can Duck Hodges be the man? Danny Shelton going to shed a block. Get on to Duck Hodges at the last second.
Touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Hodges now. Got his man. It's
Vance McDonald, Duck Hodges to one of his favorite targets, Vance McDonald, able to get a touchdown here finally, and they're going to go for 2, rightfully so. Pittsburgh needs all the points they can get at this point to have any hope. James Washington? I don't know what the number is. James Washington, I think, gets the catch. I don't know about kicking onside kicks at this point. Can't afford to give up any points on defense, so I would have personally probably stayed away from onside kicks at this point.
You're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling.
Since he thought they caught Pittsburgh in a shift and we weren't able to get anything out of it. A bit of a draw play there by Cincinnati. Going to go for a good gain, rushing the ball.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You come back with a strong
Joe Mixon showing some nice agility, nice light feet, able to bounce back and forth through the gaps till he finds somewhere he can get open.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Mixon.
Pittsburgh is bringing everybody at this point. Mixon up over 200 yards.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop.
Joe Mixon going to go out around the edge. Gets him down to the 11-yard line. 20 yards on that play. And Edwards-Helaire is in the game. Ball up to the 10-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice pickup there.
Edwards-Helaire looking for contact. Doing a good job.
Bengals on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 4. Mixon. Yeah, boy, he is
Mixon gets to the 1-yard line. I believe that's going to be 4th and inches. That calls for field goal territory.
still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run. So now
And I missed a field goal from the 3-yard line. I'm ashamed of myself.
live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them.
I think that might have been a mistake. Double tap of the X button.
No gain there.
Can't tell for sure.
2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line. So it's 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to launch it for Washington. And
James Washington jump ball deep. Unable to come down with that one.
couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to launch it for Washington.
James Washington almost comes down with that. Jesse Bates able to get a hand in there.
Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Steelers going for it with Hodges going up top. And that is it.
I think we might get pass interference on that one or roughing the passer.
4th down. This
Yeah, Pittsburgh's going to accept that penalty all day long.
complete pass on 4th down, and then roughing the
Pittsburgh just looking to make something out of this right now. 45-18. Things didn't go their way early on.
up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. 2nd and 6. He gets this one to Johnson. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Hodges buying time to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. They're going deep for Hill.
Ball way, I don't know where that ball was intended, but I wasn't able to get to that for some reason, and it was nowhere near a receiver.
Why not take some shots? I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the...
Doc Hodges had a man open to the right side of the field and just, I don't think he saw him.
Right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now they go for it on 4th.
Number 18, I believe that's Deontay Johnson, not able to come down with the ball on that side.
Here, but to no avail. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon.
Pittsburgh doing a good job of stuffing the run at this point.
We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. There he goes inside the 30.
Joe Mixon getting a ton of yards now. I don't know what Walking Visions is doing, but we're going to go ahead and actually sub Mixon out of the game because we don't want to break any records. So I'm going to go 3rd down running back and power halfback Hilaire just to make sure that we don't screw that up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Bud Dupree makes a tackle in the backfield.
Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That 2nd down play nets a -4. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Oh, we are almost able to juke between the 2 defenders. Not able to do it, though. That'll set up yet another field goal opportunity.
Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this
Oh, number 14 with a lot of speed gets that ball. I believe that's Hill.
Solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
It's actually a really solid return for that guy.
For their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
Receivers are getting open here late in the game for Pittsburgh. They are still giving it their all. There's no quit in this team whatsoever, even though we're seeing such a discrepancy in the point right now. If Big Ben hadn't thrown a couple interceptions early on, I think this would have been a much closer game.
Good enough for the first down. They'll go with Snell here on first down.
I don't know if it was just a lack of arm accuracy on Ben's part, just too old to really play the game at a high level at this point, or what.
He's taken down. Carl Lawson able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Now meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Hodges. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Hodges looked like he was looking for Vance McDonald. Wasn't able to get the ball anywhere near him.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety.
And he'll be taken down by
Steelers right tackle getting beat clean.
And it'll be a turnover on.
And it is
So they tried to go for it for pride, but
kneel down time here in Cincinnati.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first.
Hard-fought effort. That's a sad way to see Ben Roethlisberger go out. It looked like it was promising from the get-go. Threw a dagger on the first play of the game, all the way like 80 yards for a touchdown. And that'll wrap it up. Joe Burrow takes the knee. He will move on to the AFC Championship game. I don't know who will be playing, but we will be moving on.
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game.
Jake, I'm not wasting my time with this anymore.
Fantastic season.
Why?
Unfortunately for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
Because it's the same shit every time. I call a blitz, your guy bounces off his lineman and goes down inside 50 yards. I call pass play, I can't make the interception, you fucking drop it because you've been put in animation. It is what it is. I can't beat you. It's done. It's over with. I'm done with this.
It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
And guys, it looks like that will do it. We'll go ahead and end the video here for today. And I'll see you guys in the next one.